Okay, Shalom, 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 Kwam Yasha'Allah, Choholoyim La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and thereby the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Aquaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yah Hanan Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this lady that you see to the left here is Carol Clark. She's 72 years old, and this is her son right here. And when I see in this article, let's go to the article real quick. It says, cold-hearted Pennsylvania killer laced mother's iced tea with fentanyl, shot her dead because she was a burden. So when I seen, they got the picture of her, which she appears to be a so-called black woman. Then I'm thinking like, okay, well, where's the picture of him? So I had to Google this shit, of course. And when I Googled it, of course, this is the guy right here that pops up, right? So now he could be an Israelite or he could be an Edomite, because she most definitely looks like a so-called black woman. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when you go into these articles and you see these heinous crimes, they don't show white people. They never show a picture. So if you were to just look at this article and you would see her, you would think that, okay, a so-called black man killed her automatically off the jump, because, you're looking at her. She appears to be a so-called black woman. Now, I'm not saying, because this is not a color thing, but now this guy, he got some Edomite features. He got them damn recessive genes as far as his eyes. He's pretty much red, you know what I'm saying? And he could be an Edomite, man. She could be an Edomite too, but what I'm saying is, it's not about a color thing. It's a DNA thing. So when it comes to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, if you come from them, then you're an Israelite. If you come from Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, then you're an Edomite. And there are two sets of people that, this spiritual war is going on the planet. And it's between those two brothers and their seeds. And their seeds are throughout the earth now, become huge nations with millions and millions of people. Those two sons, from way back then, thousands of years ago, up to this point, there are millions of people, but you don't know who's who by skin color. And see, Esau, he likes to throw around white. He likes to throw around black, those social constructs. But no one is actually white or black. You know what I'm saying? There's different shades of red people and different shades of brown people on the planet. No one's black. No one's actually white looking like a damn glass of milk, man. But this is what he pushes, to confuse the people as to who he is, because he's a damn fugitive in the earth. And when I seen this, because, Jake is fucked up, pretty heinous, but, Jake really, I would have to say niggas love their mamas, man. They love their mamas way more than they love their daddies, man. You can tell that by the difference between a Mother's Day and a Father's Day, as far as that holiday shit. The niggas don't get nothing, when it comes to Father's Day. But the mama, man, niggas go all out for their mama. But who knows, though? He appears to be an Edomite, though. But like I said, again, it's not a color thing. You know what I'm saying? But the crime, and basically, you'll pretty much see as to what kind of, sentence he gets, to kind of really pinpoint who he is, because Esau is real soft on their own. In their own kingdom. Let me get Psalms 73, because it talks about how they're not in trouble as other men. That's why you'll see some people, they'll look like they're so-called black, and you'd be like, damn, that motherfucker only got that amount of time? Damn, he got bail for that shit? You know what I'm saying? But you, deep down in the spirit, see, it's a spiritual thing. Deep down in the spirit, that could be an Edomite, even though they may look as black as hell. There's plenty of people out here that look like, they can be as dark as the damn Allstate man, the guy with the deep voice, or, like Wesley Snipes, or, they can be that dark as far as skin color wise, and they can still be an Edomite. They can still be a so-called white person. Because Esau, he has blended in with the rest of the nations, man. Because he's a fugitive in the earth. But the Lord is the Father of spirits. He knows exactly who's who. So all this hiding that Esau's been trying to do over these thousands of years, going back to Cain, he's a damn fugitive. He's been running through the earth. He calls himself Russians, Germans, Italians, French, Caucasians, all these different names. But in reality, they are, just straight plain Edomites. trying to hide who they are. But let's get this Psalm 73 real quick. And we'll be able to tell, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's if I see the story again, you know, and they give this guy a sentence or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We'll see what's popping. But he that's some Edomite type shit. Psalms 73 and let's start at verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men. See, that's the point that I wanted to make right here. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. See? They're not in trouble like other men, man. They're not plagued like other men. They don't get the time, you know, that, you know, generally your average person would get. They get that little slap on the wrist, you know what I'm saying? Or they might get, you know, they'll do those, you know, those mental tests, you know, or he's not stable enough to stand trial, you know, all that shit. Send him to a nice little hospital, you know, drug him up, you know what I'm saying, you know, and let his ass go after, you know, whatever amount of time. But let's see the story here. Because again, like I said, when I first seen this, I'm like, well, damn, you know, that's damn. But then I'm like, well, where the fuck is the picture of him? That's what made me think it was an Edomite. Because like I said, again, when these types of crimes happen, you see the most heinous crimes in the news, in these news apps, and they don't show a picture, you best believe it's a so-called white person involved. But every time, it never fails, man. So we'll see, though, you know. And like I said, again, it's not a color thing. You know, it's a DNA thing. And if your spirit resonates with the scriptures, then you are an Israelite. It don't make no difference who you look like. You know, because our people look like everybody. We've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, but, you know, it's not a whole lot to this. Well, you know, the way that he done her was dirty as hell. You know what I'm saying? He, you know, pretty much he laced up her iced tea, made her all lethargic. You know what I'm saying? Because she, of course, an older woman like that has never done no drugs before. She's never, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and it snuck on her and she's drinking it back, you know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden it kicks in on her real quick. And she was, you know, pretty much lethargic, you know, in that state of not being able to move or really say nothing. So he put her in a car, man. He went to, I think Home Depot, bought a padlock, which I drove her to, let me see where he drove her to another state, I think. Anyway, let's just read some of it. It says, he drugged the 72-year-old Carol Clark by putting fentanyl in her iced tea before driving her to Philadelphia, where he shot her dead. He left her body in a shed that he shut with a padlock. Okay, no, so that's right. So he was sentenced to life in prison without parole. I don't think Philadelphia. I'm trying to think, do they have the death penalty? Let's see. Let's Google that shit, man. Because still, this right here is mercy. You know what I'm saying? As far as their people, you know, if this is a damn Edomite. Like, if they had a death penalty, let me see if they do. I don't think so. They may not, you know. I don't think they, or do they have it? Let's see. Do they have one? Oh, so they do have it. It says, despite remaining a legal penalty, there have been no executions in Pennsylvania since 1999. Yeah, this nigga should have been put to death. But that's what I was saying about they're not in trouble as other men. That's why I'm thinking this could be an Edomite. Because, you know, the way that he looks, she could have been married to an Edomite man and had children. Because, you know, in the article, it talks about the other children, you know what I'm saying, because they made statements or whatever. It says he took the life of the woman who gave him life, all because she became a care dependent and a burden to him is senseless. The loss that the victim's other children and grandchildren suffered is unimaginable. On the afternoon of April 9th, 2023, police received a report of domestic dispute between two brothers regarding the whereabouts of their mother. Detectives learned Sean lived with his mother and earlier that morning had informed his brother, who lives in New York, that their mother had died. When the brother arrived, Rivera would not say where the mother was. Cops put out an alert asking the public to help them locate Clark. Sean's home and Carol's vehicle was searched, where two firearms was found as well as a Home Depot receipt, a padlock, and an empty padlock package. A set of bolt cutters was also found inside Carol's car. The investigation concluded that Sean put fentanyl in his mother's iced tea. With his mother in a conscious but lethargic state, he placed her in a car, drove her to a shed in Philadelphia, sometimes around 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. the next day. There, he used the bolt cutters to cut off any padlocks, placed his mother inside, and then shot her multiple times. He then closed the shed and locked it with one of the padlocks he had purchased. The shed was open with the key found on his person. So he had the damn key. So, he's through. Okay, so yeah, they, of course, they go off into, all the good work that she done, she opened up, a few, she done things for the kids and the children and stuff in the neighborhoods, and she done urban work, little stuff like that. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. But I'm thinking because they didn't show his picture and because they have a death penalty, but they didn't give it to him, because had this been a real so-called black man, that's how you can tell in the spirit, man. See, because Esau, he's going to look out for his own in the spirit. They just have, it's a spiritual thing. You just got to understand it. It's a spiritual war. Esau knows his own in the spirit. And Jacob knows his own in the spirit, vice versa. This is the war that's going on in the planet between those two sons. The rest of these nations of people, these other ethnicities, they're just like, just cast in the movie, to just play those backdrop parts and stuff like that, But the real wars between Esau, Edom, the so-called white race, and Jacob, the so-called black race, or, Hispanic Native American race. But it's not, like I said, it's not a color thing. But when you see stories like this, and they don't show that person in that story, you best believe it's more than likely a Edomite. Because like I said, again, it's not saying anything about her husband or any of that, you know what I'm saying? But because this is what a lot of the times, you know what I'm saying, when our people have these relationships with these other nations. Look at this guy. He kind of got a little kinky hair. But more than likely, this guy's father probably a damn Edomite, man. Jake don't really be coming out looking like this. Not from two black, so-called black parents. But like I said, when I seen her, let's get her real quick. When I seen her, I instantly thought like, okay, this is a so-called black woman. Damn, Jake, you out here doing... And then I'm like, well, where's the picture of the guy? So just know that when they do stuff like this, a lot of the times, that's crafty counsel, man, from Esau. Let's get 2 Corinthians 2:11 real quick. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. See, we're not ignorant of the fact that he's not going to put his own people in the news like that. He doesn't want to be seen as being the heinous, brutal fucker that he really is. That's a part of Esau's, hiding, man. He doesn't want to be revealed as the wicked that he is. He pushes out. Only thing that you're going to see from him is that he's great. He's good. But see, with this internet and with this, this new technology, he can't hide like how he used to. People are putting out stories, and coming up with, just pushing out information on him all day long, every day. And also, we're in the last days. See, he's starting to come down. He's going to come down with great wrath because he knows that he had but a short time. Look at all these wars that's going on. Who you think been pulling off all these wars for the past couple of 100 years? It's been them. And they've been doing it all in the name of democracy. We must help the people. We must, you know what I'm saying, make sure that everybody is okay and everybody is all right. Well, who asked you to do the job like that? When we know for a fact that that's not exactly what you're doing. You're moving throughout the earth and you're terrorizing people. And he's been doing that since he's been in power. He's living by that sword. That's the reason why you keep hearing about World War III talk and nuclear war talk. Who's the talk between? One set of Edomites against another set of Edomites. Because they're the same people. You think them Russians are any different than these white people in America? No, they're the same people. They just speak a different language and live in a different continent. You see? Well, let's get Matthew 24. Now, this is one of the things that Yahushua spoke of that will be happening in the last days. And the disciples, they asked the Lord, what will be going down? This is Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And that word world, let's get it right here. See, it says, or the age. So what's going to be happening at the end of this age of Esau? Because he's running the king. This is his kingdom. He's running the world right now. There's one set of people that's running the entire globe right now. And all these other little nations like China, even though they have, a couple of billion people in their, area, you got the North Koreans, they kind of trying to hold themselves down. Those are just little side players, like I said in this movie. They got a little military might where they're able to kind of hold themselves down and to keep the so-called white man from running in and just, ravaging their asses like they done everybody else. But, overall, Esau is running the world. This is his kingdom. This is the age of the Edomites. You can't get around it. Because again, like I said, the most powerful nations on the planet is Russia and America, and they're both ran by so-called white people. They're the ones with all the military might that can take out continents. They're the ones with the, the nuclear weapons that can literally obliterate a fucking continent, man. They can between those two nations of those so-called white people, they can clear the whole earth, man. This is how much power they have amassed. And that's why that Job 9:24 talks about how the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, and not wherein who is he? He's the one that's in control of the planet. No one can make no moves. You can't go into the ocean. You can't go into the skies. You can't go anywhere in the world without this man's permission. He's in control, man. But this is his age, this world, this society of his is ending. And so verse 4 says, and Yahushai, and we say Yahushai, that's the true name of the Lord. That's the true name of our Savior. Yahushai means he's the Savior or deliverer in the Paleo Hebrew. There's no letter J in Hebrew. No one was calling on Jesus 2,000 years ago. The letter J was just invented in 1524, 500 years ago. So when the Lord walked the earth 2,000 years ago, what was they calling him? They wasn't calling him Jesus because there wasn't no J. So when you go off into you do the studies, you go off into the Hebrew, his name was Yahushai. Yah meaning he, Hawashai meaning Savior or Deliverer. The true name of the Father is Yahweh. Yah meaning he, Hawa meaning he exists, basically to exist. That's what his name means. The existing one. So it's Yahweh and Yahushai, not no Jehovah and no damn Jesus, man. And he's not some blonde-haired, blue-eyed white guy. When the Lord was walking the earth, he was a dark, melanated man. Then you got these Edomites, they be talking, well, he was olive-colored. He was Middle Eastern. Well, what fucking color is an olive? Because I've only seen brown, black, and green olives. What was he, green? Because they don't want to admit to, okay, if he was walking the earth today, he would be a Negro. They'll tell you that if you grill them on it. Other than that, they just want you to believe that he's a so-called white man and he's coming to save everybody. And that shows you, too, that this man is the goddamn devil, man. And he's being exposed. See, all the little tricks and shit that he's been running on, he's being exposed, man. But anyway, let me jump straight to the point right here. Verse 12 is one of the things that he mentioned. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. In the NLT, the New Living Translation, it says, sin will be rampant everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold. You know how cold you have to be to do your mom like that? And Esau is cold like that, though. He really has a really, really very cold heart. Because if he didn't want to deal with his mom, he could have just left. The fuck you living with her? You could have just left like the rest of the kids. The other kids could have just, say, well, we got to come together and we're going to have to take care of mom in some type of way. He could have called his other brothers and sisters and said, hey, look, man, it's a little too much for me. I need some help. Maybe we can put her in, a home or something like that. But damn, you just drug her damn tea. And then you drag her off and throw her in the shed and lock her damn shed, after shooting her and killing her. So that to me, that's some Edomite type shit, But Jake, don't get me wrong, Jake done become cold-hearted as hell too. Jake, he's very, very calculated cold too, man, when it comes straight down to it. But let's get this too. Because these are things that will be This is how you know that we're in the last days. We have to speak on things like this because these types of things are prophecy too. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves and covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. She could have been, kind of, how moms be, man, especially when they get a little age on them. You know what I'm saying? She could have been always grilling his ass, you know what I'm saying? Because it did say in the article that she was into kids and she had after school programs and stuff like that. So she probably, had some disappointment in this guy because, of course, if you're that damn old and you still living at home, you know what I'm saying? And it's not because you're there to take care of her. You just there because your ass is a goddamn lowlife. So she is probably on his case, you know what I'm saying? And he probably got a little tired of it, So who knows, man? But anyway, it says disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. Like your unthankful ass. Where you go get your own place? Why you ain't get your own apartment? Your own home, you unthankful bastard. But unholy, hey, that's a very unholy thing to do, man. Without natural affection. Verse 3, it says, without natural affection. You don't have no natural affection when you do your mom like that, man. Come on, bro. So these are things that are being spoken of that will be happening in the last days. So these things are happening on a day-to-day basis. Look at the news. Your news channel, your local news channel, show you number bullshit all day long of people being ratchet as hell. But now it's starting to showcase Esau a lot more. Because, see, you used to only see the news and you see niggas plastered across it all day long or doing all this heinous shit. Now, you're starting to see so-called white people, man, doing a bunch. They've been doing it all the time. It's just that, they own the news networks and things of that nature. So, and they don't, they cover their own asses, so to speak. But the Lord is starting to expose them. Why? Because it's the last days. That's a part of the prophecies, that they will be exposed. The man of sin, the son of perdition. Right? That's that 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. That also, as a matter of fact, it says that be not deceived, that basically the Lord will not come until this man be exposed. So he has to be exposed. That's a part of the prophecies. That's why, prophetically, we go on the highways and byways and we expose who this man really is. Because he's been, a fugitive for quite some time. And people they just like, oh, that's a friendly neighborhood white man. They able to move through the earth and just, nobody says anything to them. They running every goddamn thing. They coming up with laws. They saying what's good and what's bad, you know what I'm saying? And they just in the earth like they just the righteous. But in reality, this motherfucker is the worst thing that ever happened to the planet, man. But it goes on to say, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce. No, fierce you gotta be, man, to do your mom like that, man. Despisers of those that are good, traitors. Cause that was some traitor type shit. Like, damn, you just turned on your mom dukes like that. You could have just left. It says heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. And these are basically Edomite traits, you know what I'm saying? But, our people have taken on Esau's living, man, his style of living, man. That's why that Micah 2 and 10. Because our people are some treacherous ass people now too. You can't trust your own people, man. Can't trust so-called black people. You crazy? You taking a chance, man. Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sword of destruction. Our people are sorely destroyed. Polluted, man. I mean, man, you're just getting up and just walking outside to take your trash can out. You taking a chance, man. Especially driving, getting on the road. Road rage is crazy. People don't have no patience. You know what I'm saying, motherfuckers? Well, man, I was just reading a story earlier and shit. Hey, they be on the freeways, man. They'll riddle your car up, man. Hanging out of a window like a goddamn movie, man. Shooting up, riddled your car. They shot the damn car so many times, man. It's like, damn. Rollovers and shit. Hey, people crazy, man. They don't care no more. Everybody got a gun. Not only do they have a gun, but they looking crazy as hell. It's like, I think this article I think I read yesterday, I wanted to go into it because I wanted to see. It was kind of like some discrepancies in the article, you know what I'm saying? So I was, going to go and kind of fact check it and see what I could find else on it, and I didn't get into it. But supposedly, little young Jake, he said he got too high, man. He shot his pregnant woman in the head, man, while she was sitting there watching TV. He said he blacked out. he called 911 like, man, I don't know what happened. And I wanted to fact check that story because she was 8 months pregnant. So she just, matter of fact, the article said they was both smoking at one point, were both getting high. And she's 8 months pregnant, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, well, anyway, we know that happens all the time too, because, these people don't care, man, when they pregnant. They ain't trying to cleanse their body. They don't do they don't give a fuck. They'll continue drinking, smoking, doing fentanyl, whatever the fuck they was doing before, like they ain't even got no child in them. So that's another, part of the wicked and last days evilness of these people, man. The love of many waxing cold, man. But I just wanted to touch on this real quick. And we need to, as a people, come out of the mindset of this place. Because Jake about to celebrate Thanksgiving. They don't care anything about what they know how the holiday was originated. They don't care. They're gonna sit down. They're gonna be like, well, but we don't look at it that way. We look at it as being thankful. Okay, well, why aren't you fucking thankful every day? You can do that shit on a regular Monday on September 1st. Why does it take this holiday for you to go out and spend all your money to get chitlins and fucking hams and all this nastiness? Oh, well, it's a time where we all gather. Okay, well, why can't you just gather on a regular Tuesday? Because they want to second see. That's that mindset of Jake, man. They love the oppressor. They envy everything that he does. They feel like if they can't do what the so-called white man is doing, they're not living. But what the Lord is about to do, he's about to terrorize y'all asses, man. Y'all better, that's why, hey, this scripture right here is real. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This is not our rest, man. It's high time that you awake out of sleep and repent, man. Come out of the mindset of Esau, Edom's world, because this place is about to be destroyed. And matter of fact, if it was up to him, the whole goddamn planet would blow up anyway. This motherfucker is out here, man, threatening nukes, man, right now. And you, Jake, don't have nothing to do with it. You just gonna be sitting your doofy ass on the couch, watching some stupid ass Netflix show when all chaos breaks out. Then you're gonna be wondering what the fuck is happening. Anyway, just wanted to just touch on this for a hot sec. But like I said, look at this guy. See? And he could be a Jake. But then again, like I said, when I first seen this, I'm like, well, damn, why they only showing her? Let's go back through the article again. See? They only showing her. They only got a picture of her. Why don't they, I'm telling you, if had this been a so-called black man for real, I get maybe he just looked too white. He could, like I said, he could be a nigga. But maybe he just got that look of, you know what I'm saying, he's a white guy. And I would like to see who his fucking dad is, you know what I'm saying? Because, again, he's probably a damn Edomite, man. Let me see here. Yeah, he more than likely an Edomite. He probably got a white dad. Eve then laid down and slept with the enemy, and one of these monsters was brought forth. Hey, but it is what it is. Like I said, it's not a color thing. That's one very important note that we need to know when we come into this truth. Because Esau pushed those colors, man. There's no such thing as a black person, man. There's no such thing as a white person. Those are social constructs that this man came up with. So, I'm going to end out with that. It's a lot of things that, we can get out of this. But, because again, like I said, it's not a color thing. Don't let nobody fool you into thinking that you're mixed and, you got all these different nationalities. I'm 10% this, I'm 12 that 23 and me bullshit. No, man, don't let nobody fool you into that shit, man. None of that shit is true. You are what your dad is. Because the father carries the seed, man. It's very simple. Whatever the father is, because you got to realize the sperm, those are already children. He's just laying that seed into the woman, which will be like soil or like, like earth, so to speak, you know what I'm saying, to give that seed nutrients. That's what the mother is used for. She has absolutely nothing to do with ethnicity. But you got the so-called white man telling people that they're biracial, they're mixed, they're multiracial, you're this, you're that, you're 50% this, you're 10% that, you're 2% this, you know. And people went crazy with that 23andMe bullshit. And guess what? They asses is going out of business. And they trying to, now they done sold your damn data to a whole nother company. And ain't no telling what they gonna do with it. Why would you, send your DNA through the mail to a motherfucker? At a price for that. Come on, bro. They telling you all this different shit, man. That's Esau with the lies, man. No, you are what your dad is. Whatever your dad is, that's exactly what you are, man. And the Lord is going to come and separate the sheep, you know. He's going to come and separate the wheat from the tares, man. That's coming soon, and we can't wait, man. So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Inshallah, and a Bible ball.